to 11:11 at the Oracle May. This is obviously a different look than I usually go for because usually you guys just see me with a ponytail and a bare face. But today I got my face beat at the Crystal Iris Bar. You'll see the makeup artist later on in the video. But my lovely guest today,
thank you,
is the owner of Crystal Iris Bar, but I'll let her introduce herself.
Alrighty.
Who is Mrs. Mabhena?
Hello, hi. My name is Sanelisiwe Mabhena. I am a wife, a mother, a publisher, a writer, an owner of this business, makeup and facial bar, and basically I'm a creative artist. That's who I am. Anything with creating, you'll find me there. Whether it's art, I believe this is a form of art as well. So
yeah.
If it's writing, music, I'm also there. So that is who I am.
Okay. That's extensive. And let's get further into it, right? So Sane, I know in the intro you said that this is your makeup bar that you'll be opening, Crystal Iris. But you're also an author. Can you tell us a bit about your book?
Which one exactly? The latest one?
The Longest Journey, the latest one.
Okay. The Longest Journey was inspired by my mantra, which is healing the world one word at a time. It's my life story, also mixed with a bit of fiction, so that I could bring out certain aspects of hurt, grief, anger that people usually go through. And through it help people heal, because I think most of the people who've read the book The Longest Journey, when they start off, it's also interesting because most of them have my number, so when they start off they're always saying, no, this is too much, we can't go on. We can't go on. And by the time they get to the end, they reflect and they're like, I needed this because I also related to this part and this part. And I found ways of dealing with ABC. So for me, being a psychologist mainly, and then trying to heal the world through words, it means my job is actually being done the way I intended for it to be done. And also the best part about it is that it's opening up conversations, like it's starting up conversations that people were not too comfortable having.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so it's one of those. I'm really excited by the response that I've been getting from people.
All right, and since it's not your first book, maybe you can tell us, was the publishing route easy for you, or what roadblocks did you come across?
Wow.
Because I know there are a lot of people who want to publish. So.
Yes, it has. Okay, that on its own has been a long journey. But when I started my first publication, which was in 2017, Conversations with the Gods, it's a poetry book. I had an idea in mind, but it seemed like every publishing house I approached with the idea was against it. People are not ready for this type of conversation. People are not ready for this type of artwork. They even had a problem with my book cover. I'll make sure I show it to you before we end this interview. They wanted me to put a book cover with a cell phone, a Bible, and I think a notebook on the side, which was far from what I was trying to do or what was inside the book. And what made it worse,
it wasn't your vision.
I wanted to be on the cover. Well, the good thing is my then boyfriend, now husband, the good thing about working with him is that sometimes I just need to give him an idea and he works with that. So my idea was of me coming down as an angel who had been having conversations with the gods about issues that we needed to address. And they thought, nah, that's too much. It's, what's the word? I'm trying to find it. Blasphemous, yes. That was the word. And so they were against it. Even when they had read the content of the book, they still thought that cover wouldn't work. But to our surprise, it actually did better than the cover that they had initially suggested. And I think the hardest part would be getting a publisher who tries to change your narrative, who tries to change your story so that it suits their idea of what the market wants, but you already have a target market for the people you want to read this book, and you know they exist. So it's always better when you have people who support you and understand your creative part and journey, so that your work is not distorted to, because you might be in an interview and somebody might ask you about something, but because it's been so distorted from what you initially wanted, it ends up not making sense, and you yourself don't even understand your work. So,
yeah, because it's actually something I tell other writers as well, is it's not that I'm dissuading you from getting a publisher, but if you're going to get a publisher that actually goes with your vision.
Yes.
Because that's the number one thing for me when I self-published my book. I was like, I don't want my vision changed. This is what I want. These are my words. Because what good would it do for you to tell me the words when these were the words that I was feeling and speaking? So when they're now changed, it no longer becomes my piece of work. It now becomes yours.
Yes, exactly.
So yeah. How many do you plan on writing? And how many have you written?
Okay, so to date, I have, let's see, it's Conversations with the Gods, Vows from the Alpha, and then The Longest Journey. Those are mine. And then one poem, we also have one poem, The Project, we have 3 of those. So in total, it's 6, although the other 3 are compilations, whereby I work with other authors to shed light on gender-based violence. So it was inspired mainly by the 16 days of activism against women and violence.
All right. Okay. And you ventured into makeup.
Yes.
Obviously, as you can see. How did that come about?
I think I've always been a creative artist, and I always loved makeup. You know, adorning myself up in everything, especially for content that we create for our pages. So I then thought, what if I could do this healing thing on a higher level? That's how it actually came about. Because I don't just want to make you feel good on the inside through healing you with words, but how about I make you look as beautiful as I think you can actually be when you're healed on the inside? So that was the birth of it.
That's really quite interesting. I don't think I've ever heard something like that before. Was it easy? Or what challenges did you face starting this? Because I know like everybody always says start somewhere, but like what challenges did you face?
Thankfully for me, I heard her, Amanda. So she's been a great help, because I found that most of the makeup artists that I knew and know were not so open to having helping you open up and learn new things, new techniques and all of that. Like they wanted to keep it closed up. Like there's no room for you, there's no space for you at this table. So
I think it's a actual problem along the, if you create something, be it makeup, sculptures, whatever, if you create something, it's actually very hard for you to get help from somebody in the same field.
That's already established. More so.
Sometimes it's like someone feels like you're encroaching in the space, but there's space for everyone.
Everyone, you know? Exactly. I don't think we all offer the same things.
Yeah.
Just the same as in our writing, we don't write the same. So
the styles differ.
The styles differ, even in makeup. So yeah, but then people, I guess, are always afraid of having a new person because maybe they're thinking, we won't have clients or something like that, but that's not always the issue. We're not in competition. All we're just trying to do is give our creativity out there to the world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're a mom. Right now, no one can see, but I'm looking at our adorable kid.
Thank you.
And you're a mom, businesswoman, and a wife. Like, how do you juggle all that?
I think okay, that's really, it's a busy life, but if you have a partner who's also supportive of what you do, it becomes easier because, like you can see, he's taking care of him right now. Yeah. So I'm able to do something else, and whenever there's need, he'll always step up, you know. It's not like everything is on
You're
me.
not doing it alone.
I'm not doing it alone. So I know I've got the support, and it's not just support through words, but it's also him putting in the work. So yeah. It's been a very great.
And that was actually going to be my next question. Like, is your husband supportive?
Oh,
you know, like, I mean, like, you've heard the stories and you've seen it online, all those stories of where the woman is cooking, cleaning, taking care of the kid, going to work, doing the laundry, doing every single thing. And honestly speaking, there's no person who can really do that. I mean, the older generation did it, but guys,
we're not that.
We're
not those people.
I'm sorry.
We're not those people.
So yeah, my next question was gonna be: is he supportive?
He is. And the best part.
Sorry.
I think the best part about it is the fact that he's not only supportive. Sometimes I think that he believes more in my abilities and dreams than I do myself. Because for a while I thought, especially when I started receiving shade from some of the people I was looking up to help me in the makeup industry or in the beauty industry, that's when he was like, you've got this, you're actually good, so don't even be deterred or scared to actually start just because people are treating you a certain way and they're not welcoming as you expected them to be. So I think it's also been great, the fact that he's so supportive and he's always cheering me on, you know, because sometimes you need someone to be like, you can do it, I've seen what you can do, and yeah, so that's been a great help.
Definitely, because I think like in the path to doing what you want to do, you always do need you do need support. For me, it's like my siblings and like a couple of close friends, because I know that if I'm upset about something, they'll be like, my guy, why are you upset when you know your work is good? Keep it moving. Like, yes, this person snapped you. It's okay. Keep it moving. They'll come back to you later. Although, I mean, I do have one friend that I truly love, but she's taking names. She's like, Nana.
Okay.
I'm taking names. If they snub you, they can't come back later. But no, you do need it, because it's not every day you believe in your vision. Like, it's not every day you believe that, I can do it.
I can actually do this, you know, I'm that good. Exactly.
Plus, like they say, an overnight success takes about 3 years.
That's so true. It just doesn't happen instantly.
Yeah.
You know, mostly when it does, it usually crumbles just as fast as it.
Exactly. So no one sees the tears, no one sees the snubs, no one sees the attitude. Everyone just sees the success.
The smiles and
yeah. And you also run an online magazine mainly for women by women. How is that working for you?
That has been so great. Although it didn't start out great, because at first we'd asked for articles from Zimbabwean women just to, you know, share the plight of women, their success stories and all of that. And people weren't so forthcoming. I don't know if it was maybe because they weren't sure what we're trying to create, but after our first 2 publications, the response has been crazy beautiful. It is so wonderful because you get to see all those areas that you never thought existed, and you see people's stories in a different light, because sometimes I think we forget that there are people who live outside the world that we live in. Like, for example, our 3rd publication, which focused on rural students and their life and their plight and all the things that they need to have a better chance at getting proper education or proper marks, and helping them pave the way to get to where they want to be in life. That's when you see that there's so much that needs to be done. Being in the CBD or being in the urban areas, you're somehow sheltered from seeing the realities that some of these women go through, some of these girls go through, and yet they're expected to achieve just as much as the urban child or even the boy child. So we're so grateful to all the women who've been, and you yourself, who have been contributing. The stories we tell are making an impact, and even organizations are coming through and trying to assist us. So that is something we truly, truly appreciate.
That's actually quite lovely, because like I said, I think a lot of times we forget, we complain, but we forget that there are people who are much worse off and really do need help. Because I know, like, Kumusha for us is, Kumusha for those who are not Zimbabwean, is a rural area. And ours is in Mashimbo. And what my dad used to do is he used to pay for school kids at the primary school he went to.
Oh, okay, that was lovely.
Yeah, so they actually built like a block. It's actually called the Mayowe block.
Oh,
actually. And I bumped into somebody who was like, I went to school during that time, and the headmaster would be like, everybody who got paid for by Mayowe stand that side. You know,
Okay.
and it's one of those things of he would just go around and give the kids a chance, not necessarily the best performing kids. It was like a mixture, because
Okay.
I think sometimes people forget that there are also some kids who have it in them, but they just struggle to perform well, but they actually have it in them.
And I think another thing, speaking of that, not everyone is, I don't want to say book smart, but I think people are gifted in different areas.
True.
So someone might not necessarily need to be that good in math or English or or whatever it is, geography, but they're skilled because, I mean, look at the equipment in here. Somebody can be so skilled in carpentry and many other stuff, and then that brings out a combination of.
I think Tanda just wants to be heard, but yeah, like if you hear anything, that's her son.
Attention, please. Give me the attention.
Yeah, no, I totally get you actually. People have talents in
different aspects, but when you combine those talents, it's when you come up with the masterpiece, because now we have not only a great setup, we have also so many other aspects that have come in together to make it so beautiful. So yeah, focusing on just how book smart someone is always a tragedy, I believe.
Yeah, you need to look at both talents. And I can't help but think you're like quite unstoppable right now. Like, are you done branching out, or can we expect more from you? Like, is this just the
only
beginning?
getting started. I'm only getting started. I'm getting warmed up.
This is like the warm up before the sprint.
So there's more coming.
Yeah.
We've got ideas. Well, I'll make sure you'll be the first to know when they're started. But we've got ideas that we're working on, and I'm really excited about that, especially for what we want to do for the publishing house mainly, as well as the magazine. There's some things we have in store, and I really, really can't wait. But not only those avenues, I feel like I can do just about anything with the right team and backing me. I can do just about anything.
That is true. Isn't they say it's all about your village?
Yes. And when you've got great supporters in your village, like that guy over there,
the one who's like doing
most of the.
He did the lighting, everything you're seeing here. Like, credit to Mr. Mabhena, eh?
Thank you.
Yeah, no, that's actually quite great, because I think the other day on Twitter I was asking about books, because I wanted to print some of my copies of my first book.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm not done with the second batch, and I remember people going like, "Oh no, those guys do publishing." So this is also for like any writers that happen to be watching this and are asking about publishing. This is the plug you should probably be looking for, and don't worry, the details will be in the comment section and the description box, so you'll be able to just click and follow and get your details. But please, only sensible things. She's a married woman. I just always have to do that little disclaimer. But yeah. And then last but not least, give us 11 things that one must live by or do to be happier, in your opinion.
11 things. Okay.
11 things.
Don't change who you are. Never ever do that.
Yes.
Always give gratitude where it's due, because you find that when you're grateful to people, they always are more welcoming to help you out the next time you need it.
Yeah.
And then, wow, 11 things. Okay.
Like, it can be self-care things, it can be mixed.
All right, so let me just pick.
Yeah.
Don't bottle things inside. Like, from my book, The Longest Journey, I think never ever bottle things inside, because once that bottle gets full and it erupts, what happens is disastrous. And if you get a chance to read my book, then you'll definitely know what I'm talking about. And make time for people who make you happy and things that make you happy. I always, no matter how busy I am, I always make sure at the end of the day I've had time with my son, we've had fun, we've played, and we've bonded, because you can't get those moments back. And then seize the moment. Like, if you're presented with an opportunity, seize it. Don't ever dilly-dally about it. Like, if someone says, do this now, and you know it's going to be a great opportunity for you, just get on with it and do it right there and then. And then, okay, we're on 5. I need 6 more.
I think we're actually like on 6, because you did 2 at the same time.
Oh, okay, great.
So you need 5 more.
And be happy. Like, no one... choose to be happy. No one is responsible for your happiness. You know, you owe yourself being happy. No one is going to come and then, I'm going to do this for you just so you can be happy. No, plant your own flowers and let them bring you joy. And pray. Oh my goodness, I should have started with that. Pray, 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 pray. A lot of things happen when we pray. Success comes from prayer. Sometimes bad things are bound to happen, but once you pray, I think that like the Lord intervenes and always makes sure that your path is straight and not narrow. Yeah, I'm on what now? 8.
You need 3 more.
Nana, help Mama out. What else?
Be carefree.
Oh yeah, like him. Hi Papa. So we said what? 3 more. I should have written this down. I actually read them through and I was like, okay, in my mind I can pop them out. Let me see. Be willing to learn. Because take, for instance, I'm still learning this makeup thing. I believe like there's room to learn more. You can't always know it all. Even in publishing, you're always learning. So have a teachable spirit, teachable mind. Don't always say, I know it all, because that can lead to a disaster. And then affirm yourself in everything that you do. Always affirm yourself. For the 2021 one poem, we actually want to do affirmations book. Last year was the Survivor edition. This year we want to affirm, because I believe once you affirm yourself, even when things happen to you, you can always go back to that, you know, and tell yourself, no, I'm this person, and this will not bring me down. It always, I don't know, it strengthens not only your mind, but also your spirit to keep going, even in the midst of challenges. And then the last one, it would have to be a good one. Like a really good one. Smile more, you know? Yeah, smile more. Because I think I've seen it mainly with him. The more I smile, the more he smiles. You know? Sometimes you bring joy and light into someone's life. They might be going through a bad day, but once you smile more, they might be like, you know what? It's not that bad. Whatever it is, it's not that bad.
They may feel just a little bit lighter.
A little bit lighter, yeah.
Speaking of affirmation books, I actually have affirmation packs that I do for like anxiety, depression, and self-love.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, it's one of those things of, I got it from breaking down some of my poems that were written in those particular emotions.
Oh, okay. When
situations.
You were going through those.
Yeah, and then like a friend of mine was actually like, you know, these are actually like affirmations.
Affirmations.
And I was like, So like I actually do have like affirmation packs
That's
that
good. I think I should grab one.
Little thingy. They're $5 for those who may be interested.
Yes, please.
But anyway.
And you should also get her book. I really loved it.
Thank you so much. I'm working on my second project, but it's I'll tell you about that off camera.
Oh, right.
Because I haven't said anything yet.
You're okay.
But anyway, thank you so much for Mrs. Mabhena for taking her time out.
Thank you for having me.
Beating my face at
please.
the Crystal Iris Bar. Like I said, all the details will be in the description box below. And for anybody who may have any questions for her, you're free to contact her if you want to make a booking. Please go ahead.
You're most welcome.
And let's just support. I mean, there's been all this talk about support Black businesses and Black women-owned businesses, and this is a Black-owned, you know. So the only way we go up is by supporting each other. That is one thing that I have learned and figured out. So thank you for everybody for tuning in, and don't forget to leave your comments in the comment box. Keep it PG, and like and share and subscribe, obviously. Thank you.